On December 10th, the world will come together to celebrate video games at the Game Awards, streaming live everywhere. Hey, I'm Jeff Keighley, and welcome to the nominee announcement. This has, of course, been a challenging year for all of us, but despite so many obstacles, talented developers have comforted and entertained us with amazing games that show more than ever why video games are the most powerful form of entertainment. At the Game Awards, we will celebrate the absolute best with a fully live awards show and, of course, share world premieres of games that will define the next generation. And don't worry, the Game Awards Orchestra will be back too. Right now, let's get to the nominees. And remember, you can help select the winners by voting at thegameawards.com. For Best Performance, the nominees are Ashley Johnson as Ellie, The Last of Us Part 2. Laura Bailey as Abby, The Last of Us Part 2. Daisuke Shuji as Jin Sakai, Ghost of Tsushima. Logan Cunningham as Hades in Hades. And Nadji Jeter as Miles Morales in Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Next up, the category of Best Multiplayer Game. Those nominees are Animal Crossing New Horizons, Among Us, Call of Duty Warzone, Fall Guys, and Valorant. For Best Ongoing Game, the nominees are Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. In the category of Best Art Direction, the nominees are Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and The Last of Us Part 2. For Best Score and Music, those nominees are Doom Eternal, composed by Mick Gordon, Final Fantasy VII Remake, composed by Nobuo Uematsu, Masashi Hamauzu, and Mitsuto Suzuki, Hades, composed by Darren Korb, Ori and the Will of Wisps, composed by Gareth Coker, and The Last of Us Part 2, composed by Gustavo Santaolalla, additional music by Matt Quayle. The Best Audio Design nominees are Doom Eternal, Half-Life Alyx, Ghost of Tsushima, Resident Evil 3, and The Last of Us Part 2. Next up is our new category for 2020, Innovation and Accessibility. Those nominees are Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Grounded, Hyperdot, The Last of Us Part 2, and Watch Dogs Legion. In the category of Best Narrative, the nominees are 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, written by George Kamitani, Final Fantasy VII Remake, written by Kazushige Nojima, Matomu Toriyama, Hiroki Awaki, and Sashi Hirano. Ghost of Tsushima, writers Ian Ryan, Liz Abel, Patrick Downs, and Jordan Lemos. Hades, writer Greg Kasavin. And The Last of Us Part 2, writers Neil Druckmann and Haley Gross. Games for Impact recognize a thought-provoking game with a profound pro-social meaning or message. The nominees are If Found, Kentucky Route Zero, TV Edition, Spiritfarer, Tell Me Why, and Through the Darkest of Times. Independent games are such a vibrant part of the industry, and the nominees this year for Best Independent Game are Carrion, Fall Guys, Hades, Spelunky 2, and Spiritfarer. For Best Mobile Game presented by LG Wing and Qualcomm Snapdragon, the nominees are Among Us, Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin Impact, Legends of Runeterra, and Pokemon Cafe Mix. For the second year, we are presenting an award for Best Community Support. The nominees are Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fall Guys, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, and Valorant. Best Debut Indie Game recognizes a studio that published its first game this year. Those nominees are Carrion, Mortal Shell, Raji, an Ancient Epic, Roki, and Phasmophobia. The Best VR AR Game nominees are Dreams, Half-Life Alyx, Marvel's Iron Man VR, Star Wars Squadrons, and The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. For Content Creator of the Year, presented by Adobe, the nominees are Alana Pierce, J. Ann Lopez, Nick Marks, Tim the Tatman, and Valkyrie. For Best Action Game, the nominees are Doom Eternal, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, Neo 2, and Streets of Rage 4. In the genre of Best Action-Adventure Game, the nominees are Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and The Last of Us Part 2. Best Role-Playing Game, the nominees are Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royal, Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon. Your nominees for Best Fighting Game are Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Street Fighter V Champion Edition, One Punch Man, A Hero Nobody Knows, and Under Night in Birth EXE Late Clear. In the category of Best Family Game that we can all play together, the nominees are Animal Crossing New Horizons, Crash 4, It's About Time, Fall Guys, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, Minecraft Dungeons, and Paper Mario, The Origami King. For Best Simulation or Strategy Game, the nominees are Crusader Kings 3, Desperados 3, Gears Tactics, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and XCOM Chimera Squad. Next up, Best Sports Racing. The nominees are Dirt 5, F1 2020, FIFA 21, NBA 2K21, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. And now, your nominees for Best Esports Game: Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Fortnite, League of Legends, and Valorant. This year, we're recognizing 5 incredible esports athletes as nominees in this category: Crimsix, Showmaker, Canyon, Shotzi, and ZywOo. The nominees for Best Esports Team are Damwon Gaming, Dallas Empire, San Francisco Shock, G2 Esports, and Team Secret. Your nominees for Best Esports Coach are Zephyr, Zonic, Krusty, Rambo, and Grabs. The Best Esports Event, which was probably a little different this year than normal, the nominees are Blast Premier Spring Europe Finals, Call of Duty League Championship 2020, IEM Katowice 2020, League of Legends World Championship 2020, and the Overwatch League Grand Finals 2020. And our last esports category, Best Esports Host. The nominees are Shox, Machine, Golden Boy, Dash, and Sheever. And now it's time for our final 2 categories. For Best Game Direction, which recognizes outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design, the nominees are Final Fantasy VII Remake from Square Enix, Ghost of Tsushima from Sucker Punch Productions, Hades from Supergiant Games, Half-Life Alyx from Valve, and The Last of Us Part 2 from Naughty Dog. And finally, on behalf of the jury, comprised of more than 95 global media and influencer outlets, I am proud to announce the 6 nominees selected for truly outstanding creative and technical excellence. These are your nominees for Game of the Year: Animal Crossing New Horizons from Nintendo, Doom Eternal from id Software, Final Fantasy VII Remake from Square Enix, Ghost of Tsushima from Sucker Punch Productions, Hades from Supergiant Games, and The Last of Us Part 2 from Naughty Dog. Who do you think should win? You can help select the winners in all categories by voting for your favorites starting right now through December 9th at thegameawards.com. There is so much more to share about this year's show in the weeks ahead. World premieres, special guests, and more surprises as we usher in the next generation of gaming. Follow us at the Game Awards on Twitter for updates and tune in live on December 10th for a global celebration of games. We'll see you then.